The basic thing I just want to give clarity on these four kind of Brahma Nikayas or the Brahma states. The one is the Brahma, which we already covered, then Abhasara, then Vehapala, sorry, Subhankina, and then the fourth one is Vehapala. Okay. Now the question comes, where in the sutta this is clearly explained? If there is any sutta, you can open up Sutta AN 4.123. If you can quickly do that, I will also open it so that it becomes easy. Anguttara Nikaya 4.123. So the reason why I keep on informing each one of you to have 8 jhanas experience for yourself is because of this reason. If you have not gone there, you wouldn't even know what it is. So we'll spend some good amount of time on this sutta. So it says, whatever it says in English, you can read it. And they come into Brahma Kayikam Devanam Saha Vyatam Upajjati. So this is one cup or one eon. Like the mustard seed example, what Buddha gives on an eon. We can even take that up if you want.
So here we are talking about the lifespan of the gods, right? Like, so we are starting from the gods,
Was
and
that
then
I didn't
so
understand.
are we starting from the lifespan of the gods and then going above, like towards Brahma, or
Yeah, so now we started on the confusions or whatever we have now started from Brahma, right? For a normal person, so like Asad asking some question and then you replied that it is for a normal worldling. So then for a normal worldling, can he get into these jhanas? Can he be born in that place? And the answer is yes.
got it? Okay,
Why he can't be born? So
right.
when we say Puttu Jana, it doesn't mean it's a waste product. Okay. So we shouldn't have some wrong ideas. When Buddha says Puttu Jana, he's like childlike. He's not a bad person or he's a waste person. So he is a normal person, yes, as far as Buddha goes, because he has rebirth. Whereas Buddha teaches how to come out of rebirth. That's the difference. But if we get into a wrong understanding that Buddha Dhamma means very something different and others are waste, it's a wrong view. It is harmful view, not only just wrong view. I just want to give that clarity to all of you that each one of us have to really get into the jhanas. Okay. It's no good in just debating, discussing, and doing all kind of things. It doesn't help. You should taste the fruit for yourself and then come into Buddha Dhamma, because that will cut rebirth. Why are we on the Buddha Dhamma is because of rebirth being cut, not because of anything else. That's all what Buddha Dhamma is. If somebody has a wrong idea that I can do it through this, no jhana, no this and no that, no, wrong. It's absolutely misunderstanding of what Buddha is trying to say. So if you see here in this sutta, before we go to that sutta, I want to cover on the cup so that you know the urgency, you understand what is being said. So let me take you through this sutta. 4.123 is what we just now opened up. So then we'll go through this mustard seed, this sutta, very important sutta. Iva digo nu ko bante kappo. Digo ko bhikkhu kappo. So he says that how much it is, but can you give me a simile? So he says, Seyatapi bhikkhu ayasam nagaram yojanam ayameha yojanam vitharena yojanam ubhedena punnam sasapannam gulika baddham. A league wide and a league high, full of mustard seed pressed into balls. As each century passes, someone would remove a single mustard seed. By this means, the huge heap of mustard seed would be used up before eon comes to an end. That's how long an eon is. So he says transmigration has no beginning. And the sutta, what I was showing to you, see this here, Brahma Kaika Nam Bhikkave Deva Nam Kappo Ayupamnam Pamanam. Ayupamanam. That means Ayupamana means one life. The length of the life is one eon of that whatever league and everything he is speaking about. One mustard seed every 100 years. Okay, one seed removed. And then this is what is first jhana. That's the first jhana, what is putting there. Ekecho puggalo vivicheva kamehi vivicheva akusala dhammehi savitakam savicharam vivekajam Sukam patamam jhanam upasampajya viharati. That will make a Brahma. So my question to all is, if we have not even experienced that, irrespective whether you're a Buddhist or non-Buddhist, how can we make a comment? We should first experience that. Then we go to the second one. Why he says his disciples are good. What he says, an ordinary person stays there until the lifespan of the god is spent, then they go to hell or animal realm or the ghost realm. But the disciple of the Buddha stays there until lifespan of this god is spent, then they are extinguished in that very life. You see this? It's not only anagami stage. He says in that very place they'll get extinguished. Now these two questions have to be answered. How? Number one, instead of asking you the question, I'll answer both of them so that there's no lateral communication and then some confusion over it. Number one is the Buddha Dhamma is about the law of nature. So nowhere you'll find stability and security. It's a moving target. Anicca, dukkha, anatta is all about that. How anicca? Because it arises and passes away. So even if the one mustard seed is there, somebody is going to remove that mustard seed every 100 years. So that means that much life is gone. In the same way, as humans, you can see every day gone is the life has cut short by that day. It's very easy to see. The same thing till the top, till the bottom. No difference. So that's anicca. And if there is no stability, if there is no security, then where is the question of being happy? It is unhappiness. So it is dukkha. And you can't do anything to change it, change the law of nature. And hence it is anatta. So this is the first thing which is different than a puttujana. Number one. Now come to the second one. Why he says that this person will attain nibbana in their place only? Because he understands anicca, dukkha, anatta. Wherever he understands, like in the human life itself, you can get into nibbana. In the same way, if you have understood anicca, dukkha, anatta, that is the law of nature, and patisamutpada in terms of how one is dependent on the other, and then you've understood the ayatana to what it is, and then the dhatus, then you are extinguished wherever you land. It need not be the highest Brahma or the Rupa realm, the fourth jhana realm, which is meant for anagami. You can even do it in the first one. Any questions? So, my sincere request to all of you is to enter into jhana for yourself and attain the first jhana. And you would know you have attained the first jhana. It's not very difficult, but you need to do that. Then you attain the second jhana, and you will yourself come to know you are in abhasara realm. Nobody needs to teach you because it's a consciousness knows every realm. It's not that you require some special person to tell you that this is what and that is what. Consciousness knows all. Right? And Buddha says, Vijanati, it knows. So you don't have to teach. There's no you to teach consciousness. Who are you to teach consciousness? It knows. So you don't have to know, teach anything to anyone. You just have to make your mind manasikara and do it. That's the only way you can enjoy the fruit. You can't just write books about fruit. That's not going to work. So that's my sincere request to all, because this sutta, MN1, now is going to become very tough because he's going to cover up all the four arupa jhanas also. If somebody has not even gone into one arupa jhana, it would just be fabrication or thoughtless discussions, which makes no sense whatsoever. And then there are four abidings, which is dhita, sutta, mutta, vinyata. If you don't even know what it means to be, how would you ever experience it? And then what you want to do with that? If we just were to puppet or parrot that words, what is in the sutta, and then you have to come into the state of ekatta, jnanatta, that has to be known, and then nibbana. And that's the reason I told you that in Putujjana itself will take quite a few months. Forget about Sek. Now the story is going to become tough. So I need a plan from you how you would like to do it. How would you like to achieve this? And know for yourself that you have secured a place in the Brahma Nikaya or in Abhasara or in Subhankina or in Vehapala. Can you tell me any one of you have secured your place there?
We don't know.
We don't know. So because that manyana, all that is same, whether it is Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, whatever we have covered so far, that words are going to be the same. Doesn't matter. But what matters is the level at which you are or you have experienced. That matters. That will change your perspective. If you have not seen it, you would never understand anything. And this is not something where you can use a panya on this. You should have seen it. This is where the first jhana, this is the what I can say space at which this takes. Yes, Ashwin.
What is mean by seen and what is mean by experience of jhana? What is the difference between these two?
Okay, good. So seeing for yourself means that you have experienced it firsthand, meaning there is no doubt. There's no doubt in your mind. And when you see it, meaning seeing means it is not like Ditteva Dhamme. That is what I'm using. The Dhamma has been penetrated. Ditteva Dhamma. That means you have seen it. So you have no doubt. Just like I had never visited San Francisco in my life. I was always on East Coast or in the Central. Now, Ariu stays in San Francisco or in Mountain View, where San Francisco is very near. So now I can confidently say I have visited San Francisco. That is seeing, experiencing, stayed there for 21 days in that area, made me experience San Francisco or Bay Area, including Mountain View, San Jose, and let's say Sunnyvale and all that. If somebody were to ask me, have you been to San Francisco? Now I can confidently say, yes, I have visited San Francisco. I didn't have to read through San Francisco. I might have read a lot of things about San Francisco, but never visited it. Doesn't matter. So can I see first jhana and establish the Brahma realm? That's the question. Now, what we spoke yesterday or day before yesterday was on the second jhana, which is even more higher than the first one. It's abhasara. If you have not seen that light, then there's no point in discussing about it. So it goes waste. It's just like saying, you know what, like Bobby is staying in Australia. I have never seen Australia. So when I go there, then I can confirm, yes, I have landed in Sydney and I have gone to Brisbane. Makes sense. Otherwise, I know where it is. It's not that I'm an ignorant person, but that doesn't give me any wisdom. It just makes me have some knowledge about that place, but it definitely doesn't give me any wisdom of Brisbane. Whereas Bobby, I can say he has stayed in Ireland, so he has the knowledge of Irish. He stayed in India, so I can say he knows India, and he's now staying in Australia. So I know that he has experience of Australia. So that is Ditteva Dhamme, is seeing the way things are. So he, from a Putujjana point of view, from a normal worldling point of view, he knows Australia. He's gone to Brisbane, or he anyway stays in Brisbane. He knows Melbourne, he knows Sydney, he knows Adelaide, he knows Perth, and so many other places. So we can make that assessment. Yes, this person has gone there at least once. Like the Sydney monastery he keeps on talking about. He's been to that monastery. I might read through from the internet all about that Sydney monastery, but I've never seen it firsthand. No, I don't have. I have a second hand or the 10th hand or whatever hand that is, which is an imagination. So why don't I do it? These four Rupa Jhanas are very important. And the four Arupa also. 8 jhanas have to be mastered, both in ascending and descending. No escapism on this.
But sorry again, I'm asking Seen in that same question. But what I understood now, what you have given the example of whatever you have traveled or Bobby visited so many places or so many places he lived. When we experience the first jhana, means we know now it's a Savitarka. We don't thinking of things, and then we get a bliss also, Sukhad, everything. But we not seen anything relates. We still in that thought process only.
No, it's like this. Good question, Ashwin. Appreciate it. You need to sustain that for quite a bit time, like 10 plus hours. Even though you're doing anything you're doing, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Can you stay in that state? It need not be a sitting meditation. No, need not be. Now let us understand this Savitaka Savichara versus Vitaka Vichara and Avitaka Vichara. There are three things which comes here. In the second jhana, it is Avitaka Vichara. In the first jhana, it is Savitaka Savichara. And then there's only Vitaka Vichara. Vitaka Vichara is worldly thoughts, which we are doing. We go to the office, we have a family, we have this, we have that, we have food, we have driving, all of that is Vitaka Vichara. That is on sensual side of things. We get the consciousness. I don't want to use we. The consciousness gets distracted in the five senses. It always would like to make it as Itta, Kanta, Manapa, Kamupa Samhita, Piyarupa, Rajaniya. These 6 things it wants to do by the eye, the ear, the nose, tongue, body. It always wants to do that. And that's true. Like when I landed in San Francisco and the roads, what I'm seeing, and then mountain view, the walk we had, and so many things gets far better when I compare to India. It's true. I can't ignore it. It is really enticing. So that's what it is. So I would like, meaning the consciousness would like to see as in seeing such sights. It would like to have such sound, such taste. Like Aryu likes boba tea, and we had another joint where they used to get a nice milk shake or something, and that was very good to taste. So every time we've been there to that mall, we had that. It's so tasty. There's nothing wrong in tasting it, so we shouldn't be hating it. But what we are trying to see is that we like the taste. So we like the sight, we like the sound, we like the taste, we like the touch. Like Aryu's car, very nice to touch. It's true. The seat, the car is heated up before even we sit inside the car, which makes sense for the cold, but it's very nice. It's very cozy. When compared to my car, his car is far, far, far superior. Let's acknowledge it. Yes, it's true. So, touch and smell. Here, near my home, there's a lot of bad odor. Whereas when I was in Mountain View, there's no bad odor at all. So shouldn't the eyes, ear, nose, tongue, body, all these five, should something be like that of the Kama Guna? And the answer is yes, it should be. But presently you don't have it. So it is dukkha. Or rather, I don't have it. So when I came back to Bangalore, I don't have it. So this is vitakka vichara. So I keep on thinking and pondering that, oh, when I was there, it was so nice. When I'm not there, oh, it was so bad. So I keep on thinking. Now Buddha says, come out of sensuality for a moment, right? Because it is fleeting. You don't get it. Why don't you now give up that and make a savitakka? Bring in something else in place of these five kama gunas. Can you bring something? Yes, you can bring. And what's the easiest thing to bring? The breath. Because it's there. I'm talking from Puttujana. I'm not even come to the Buddha Dhamma. Let's talk Puttujana. So, as a Puttujana, we have a lot of things. We can take Om, you can take Soham, you can take Hail Jesus, you can take Allah, you can take whatever you want. So, you're doing Savitakka. Savichara, meaning you be in that thought only forever. Create that as your samadhi. Instead of Golden Gate Bridge as my samadhi, I'm making this as my samadhi. Then what happens? The solidity of this body is cut instantaneously. As Chuti happens here, the consciousness now establishes in the Brahma realm because it is so peaceful. And that peace is Brahma. I'm still in Puttujana. We have not gone into the Buddha Dhamma, so I'll not take that. The second one, where Buddha says, and how to do Anicca Dukkha Anatta, we'll come to that when we come into the Sekha. So we'll not take that presently. We'll restrict our discussion only to Puttujana. But as a Puttujana also, you can get into the first jhana. Who stops it? Because then only you can cut out sensuality. Whether you follow Buddha Dhamma or not, it doesn't matter. You have to cut sensuality. Otherwise, the rebirth is only in sensual. So, next life of mine, I would be born most likely in America. At the way I'm going. As a Puttujana. And go through the same pain. Instead, can I get into the first jhana, which is far superior? Yes, makes sense. Makes tremendous sense. Now, why shouldn't I do it? Is my question. So that is Savitakka Savichara. So Vitakka Vichara is worldly things, like I just now mentioned. Savitakka Savichara is better than the worldly things because consciousness can get established in the worldly thing, also it can get established in non-worldly things as well. So why don't I use consciousness in non-worldly things, which is long-lasting than the sensual? Like we went thrice to San Francisco Bridge. The first time I went on that bridge, let's say as a Puttujana, I would have some excitement. The second time we went, there was no excitement. The third time we went, we didn't even take a video of that. That much was San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge. Let us say I am coming into San Francisco for a vacation as a Puthujjana, having spent so many dollars and taken a plane from Bangalore, sat for 15 and plus hours, and then going onto the Golden Gate Bridge, taking some photographs, and that's it. Over. And we had pizza in a Roman restaurant twice. The first time we ate, it was okay. The second time, same stuff. And we had tea, this big tea, I and you. And that's gone. We just pressed the toilet thing and it didn't even come to Bangalore. It didn't even stay for a day. When I came back home, when I went to the lavatory, flushed out. So the boba tea and this one and that one and all that whatever we had is flushed out. Doesn't even stay. So then the question comes, is there anything else superior than this? If there is, and there is, so you can extend this happiness for one cup. Isn't it that we should drop everything for this? Tell me that.
Yes, yes, of course.
Like Bobby was saying yesterday to me that some of the Bhantes have said, go, don't do jhana, go on the panya, wisdom. Okay, choice, fine. But without knowing what it is, how can you get panya also? That means without landing in San Francisco, what wisdom can I get? Somebody might show me a picture, can show me a video also. Doesn't satisfy. Because that experience of being there is different because it's a conscious experience. Here, there is no conscious experience happening at all. So, first things first, for all of us, including me, I'm not rejecting, I'm not excluding myself, is to be on the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, eight, all eight, ascending and descending, and should be able to be there in jhana at will. And then we can talk. And I was there in the fourth jhana. This is what happened. Now we can evaluate, is that secured? And the answer is no. Is that stable? The answer is no. It's anicca. Since it is anicca, there's no point in keeping it. Drop it. Just like the San Francisco bridge. No point in holding on to it. Doesn't even stay for 2 minutes. Forget about any other time. After Vrinda took some photographs of me and that's it, over. Now all that I have is a dead image that I'm standing like this or that body is standing. What happened to San Francisco Bridge? Gone. Not worth it. So why should I hold something which doesn't even come for a long time? Now what's the point of that? No need at all. That's how I can drop one against another. Otherwise, I've not picked up the right Dhamma. Yes. Yes, Padmavati. Padmavati, I can't hear you in case you're talking.
Sir, usually Bantes, what they will say, no, sir, while doing Vipassana, if you crave that blissful feeling, staying more time in that, it is not okay. Okay, that is anicca. Again, it will come and go. Don't enjoy that. You come back, sir.
No, that is fine. So first you should enjoy the fruit and then say that, yeah, that doesn't make sense, right?
Yes, sir.
Without even knowing the fruit, what will you do?
No, so blissful feeling so many times I got it, sir.
No,
But
no, you have to, no, wait. You have to establish it for a long time.
long time you need not sit in that. It is impermanent. Again, you should come back. Don't crave for that. Like that, they will taste.
No, 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 that is correct. You should not crave. I'm not rejecting that you should crave. That's correct. You shouldn't crave.
Sir.
So that is what Buddha Dhamma is all about. No craving, ending of craving. But you should first go there, right? It's like, wait for a second, I'll just show you something.
Okay.
Now you see here. Should I be here?
But yes, sir.
Should I be there or not?
Yes, sir. You are
But-
there.
But don't crave for that.
Okay.
Without going there, then what's the point?
Yes, sir.
So first you should establish it.
Okay.
And you should know that you have established there.
Okay.
Then you know you can keep on going as many number of times as you want.
Okay.
Then you give up.
Okay.
Like Dhara Pravaha in the Vipassana. You should be
Yes.
able to get it at will.
Yes, sir.
Then the Kalapa should happen at will.
Yes, sir.
Then the vibration, whatever happens, it should keep on happening all the time.
Yes, sir.
Then you should be able to see the sun.
Yes, sir.
After that, you drop it because it's unstable.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is true.
Have you done that?
Many times I have done, sir, but coming back, as they say, no, you should not crave, you should not be in that
No,
status.
don't crave. Agreed. See, the message is correct. You
Yes, sir.
don't crave because if you crave, it will get established there.
Yes.
Again, it will come back. That's what even in that sutta Buddha is saying. See, my question here is: have we gone there?
Yes, sir.
What? Have you gone to the four jhana?
Not FOUR Jhānas, sir. Blissful feeling.
But
Then
when you say blissful feeling, there are blissful feeling starts even with savitaka savichara. You don't have to even complete it. So have you seen that you have landed in Brahma realm? Just like I landed in San Francisco. Have you seen for yourself, now this is Brahma realm? Have you
Yes.
seen? Yes, madam. Go ahead.
Now what you said is understood, sir. I don't think I have gone to that level.
Then why don't you do that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's for me also included.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Now it is clear, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So if somebody takes this photograph and says that, Vilas, have you been to San Francisco, that Golden Gate Bridge? I can show the photograph. Here it is. I'm not faking. Real. But is it long lasting? The answer is no. Should you hold on to this Golden Gate Bridge? And the answer is no. That's correct. I should drop it off because it is made up. It's not long lasting. In fact, it is not even lasting. Forget long. Doesn't even last. Leave it. Because after we moved from that, went to a restaurant, Golden Gate was forever. And when we came back by the same route, but we never even thought about taking a photograph because it was night. This made no sense. And then after that, we forgot Golden Gate Bridge forever. And then again, we went in January. So this we went in December, but that we went in January. But this time there was no excitement. I didn't again stand here asking, Ariu, let's stand here, I want to take a picture. That had gone. So can I hold it to this experience? No. So what Padmavati you're saying is correct. We shouldn't. That's correct. Shouldn't crave for this. See why they shouldn't be craving, because it's not lasting. And hence it is adhuva. So adhuva, dhruva means stable. So it's adhuva. Buddha uses this beautiful word, adhuva. So it's not lasting because it is anicca. It arises, passes away. All experiences arises and passes away. So no point in holding on to it. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't even experience it. That would be foolishness. This we should be also for all the four jhanas. Because the four jhana, first jhana is Brahma, second jhana is Abhasara, third jhana is Subhankina, which I wanted to start today, but I thought let us first understand it correctly. And the fourth one is Vehaphala. What will I explain about Vehaphala when I have not even experienced it? And what will you understand if you have not even seen once? It makes no sense. And this MN1, this sutta, what we are covering, Mula Paryaya, is for the monks who knew all the jhanas. And what will I explain? I was thinking yesterday, what will I explain about Dhita Sutta Muta Vinyata? What would I explain? What does it mean? And what about Ekatta, Nanatta? If I don't even have that experience on Ekatta, what is Ekatta? What is Nanatta? So when we now go so far away and getting into the infinite space, infinite consciousness, nothingness, neva sanya, nasanya, that is neither perception nor non-perception. If none of you have even gone once to that place, how will I explain? Except for repeating what is written in the sutta. That sanjanati, manyati, all that, okay, now you don't take it at all, over, done. That's it. There ends Majjhima Nikaya 1 and Nibbana. And then we have to come back with Sekha. Now what will I explain on Sekha? That includes all the three guys. Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami. I had to give you a distinction between what is Sotapanna and what is Sakadagami. What does Sotapanna experience? What does Sakadagami experience? What does Anagami experience? In each one of these 24. So this, I think it's going to be long. That's okay with me. But you try to experience. That's my request. Otherwise, you will not know anything. You'll just listen to me, or you will see some videos of others, and that's it. Or you might read the sutta. Don't take me wrong. I just want to tell you how you should practice. I wish that you do it in a proper way so that you know it for yourself. You have understood, seen it for yourself. When you see it, just like what I'm showing about San Francisco, then the doubt goes away because you have seen it yourself. And when you enter into the first jhana, you know you have reached Brahma realm, and you know at death you will be there. You know. So you are totally free now, meaning you don't fear death as human. That's a confidence you're going to get. Because this looks shit, like that Golden Gate Bridge. Just went there, took another flight, came back to Bangalore. It's done. I don't care, Golden Gate Bridge or whatever gate bridge, because for me, a place is already reserved. So have you done your reservations? In whichever realm. So I found this sutta. It's very important sutta. 4.123. So first Puttujana. We are in Puttujana. You should know all the 4 jhanas. No exception. Then we can come to Sekha. We can see what's the difference between Buddha followers and non-Buddha followers. Where they would get stuck. And where does the Buddha follower don't get stuck? That's a good one. Yes, absolutely. So let's first get into the 8 jhanas. At least the first 4. So step by step. First one. Savitakka savichara. You can take anything you want. Buddha also talks about breath. The general trend is also breath. But whatever object you want to take, you take it. Need to have it for more than 18 plus hours on that. That's the only way you can establish consciousness on that. If it doesn't get established, it doesn't work. So, vivicheva kamehi, vivicheva akusala dhammehi. That is same for a puttujana and same for an arhat or arya. No difference. I'll just share you that sutta. You will understand. It's no different for us puttujana or it is for anyone. See here, idha bhikkhave ekacho puggalo. What is he doing? Vivicheva kamehi, vivicheva akusala dhammehi, savitakam savichara vivekajam, vitisukam pathamam jhanam upasampajya viharati. That is same for both. So tadassati, tadassadeti tam nikameti tena cha vittim apajyati tata hitho tadadimutto tabbahula vihari aparihino kalam kumarino. Only at death, what happens? Brahmakayikanam devam saha bhyatam uppajjati. He says what? Meditate on it often without losing it. Just like you go to the work, you have memorized, go to work. You have memorized to go to home. That is, even if you're driving somewhere, you will go back to home. Initially, like in the case of Aryu, he was not staying in Sleeper Avenue. He was staying in Los Altos. Now he stays in Sleeper Avenue. So when he comes back home from work, he will not go to Los Altos. He will go to Sleeper Avenue. Why? Because the consciousness has got established in Sleeper Avenue. Earlier, the same consciousness was established in Los Altos. Isn't it or not? It looks as though it is automated. No, the consciousness knows it. Like that. Like if you take Bobby as an example, again, he was staying in Kerala, he was working in Bangalore. Then he moved to Ireland. So there was a house in Ireland for him. Now he no longer resides in Ireland. So the consciousness has dropped Ireland from its experience. Now he stays in Brisbane. And every day when he comes back home, how did he come back home? Because the consciousness knows it. In the same way, we have to establish the first jhana all the time. And that will become the new home. And it gets established there. So then he says, Tatha puttujjano yavata yukam thatva yavatakam tesam devanam ayupamanam tam sabbam kipitva nirayampi gachati. That means why? Because after this gladness, this thing goes away, which was conditioned, whatever remained will come. And when it comes, it doesn't make him come back to human. It will take him to a lower existence because he has not cut off the state which takes him to these 3 or 4 apayas. Right? That's fine. But I should first go there. It's like somebody saying, after coming to San Francisco, you will be again taken back to Bangalore. Okay, no problem. But 21 days I was in Mountain View. It was like heaven, let's say, like a Brahma place. So I was given a visa to stay for 21 days. And after that, where did I come back? I came back to this place. Why? Because the consciousness could not get established again in Mountain View or some other place because the condition do not match. Then it is nothing can be done. So you have to come back. The same way, after spending time of 1 eon, just like 21 days of my existence in Mountain View, came back, same place. Does that make sense? So what if my consciousness or this consciousness were to have punya to stay back in Mountain View forever? No, cannot happen. Why? Because death is going to cut the consciousness. Again, makes no sense. In both ways, it doesn't make sense, and hence I don't have to worry about San Francisco. Instead, I will take some other higher realm, which is long lasting. But then that also is not long lasting, is what Buddha explains. So then we come to Buddha Dhamma. But I don't want it, I did not want it to cover up individually Subhankina, Vehapala, because that you have not even known what it is. So I thought this sutta explains all the four, from Brahma to Abhasara to Bhankina to Vehapala. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 jhanas. In fact, the last one, you will be surprised. A Puttujana, how long can he stay? You know that? 500 eons. So if you're done fourth jhana, you can stay for 500 eons. And after spending 500 eons, he will be reborn in the animal or all that realm. We'll see that later. And that's the reason we need to embrace Buddha Dhamma. That's fine, agreed. But let's first go and see these four places. Okay, that's all I had for this morning. Sorry that I've been a little harsh on all of you. Please excuse me, but I was wanting to say that the way we are going is not the right way. We are taking this MN1 little too far in simplification. I wish everyone to get all the four Rupa Jhanas, because if you want to get into Anagami, it's mandatory that you have experienced all the four jhanas and all the four Arupa Jhanas also. So the first jhana I've explained to you. The second jhana is to make it avitaka vichara. There's no vitaka and vichara. There's no object. Just this glad feeling. And the light appears. And when you come to third jhana, you have sukha. And the fourth jhana, there is neither pain nor pleasure of the body, nor pleasure and pain of the mind. It enters into equanimous state, the fourth jhana. Then we have to go and see for ourselves, we have landed there. And you will come to know. So don't worry about it. Don't have doubt that how will I come to know? Indeed, you will come to know, because consciousness knows those realms. You don't have to teach the consciousness, you know what, I will teach you the realms. You are no person to teach it. It knows every realm. You have to be taught on letting go, not teach consciousness how to go there. It knows everything. Any questions? Yeah, Aryu, that Patagonia looks good on you.
Thank you.
I think it should be really warm, right? Better than what you bought the other day. Same?
Similar.
Ah, okay. Fine. But it looks nice on you.
Thank you. Least I can do.
Was that?
The least I can do.
The least you can do. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So where do we go from this MN1 then? today.
MN1. No, we'll go through everything. Try to enter into the jhanas and see for yourself where it leads you there. I'm not rejecting, but if I were to explain all of this, it becomes just, I don't know how to explain it also. I'm finding it real difficulty in, except for parroting what is written in the sutta, that sanjanati, manyati, like that. Hardly takes 5 minutes on explaining about Subhankina. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about Subhankina for sure. Not tomorrow, Monday. We'll meet on Monday. We'll go through that. But will you experience Subhankina? No matter how much I explain that. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it, will continue. But I just wanted to give a heads up that it will be good if we simultaneously experience it. Good question. So your thing is also what we are going to do. No, we are going to cover up all the 24 of Putajana. That's for certain. We will do it. But I just want to give clarity for everyone. Putajana doesn't mean an idiot. Don't take him to an idiot. Putajana is one who doesn't know how to get rid of rebirth. So let's not misunderstand Putajana. Childlike. Yes, he's childlike because any child will hold on to something. Like we are holding on to a job, like a child. We are holding on to this t-shirt, let's say, or a house, or a wife, or a kid. We're holding on to it. Any holding on to it is a rebirth. So Buddha teaches how to let go of holding on to it, not to have upadana, holding on. And why? Because it's craving. Cut the craving. Why the craving? Feeling. Why the feeling? Because of 6 senses. That's how he teaches. That's fair. But that doesn't mean that we should take Putujana to be some idiot. No, not at all. We all are Putujana only. So if you take it in that way, then there is, you are blaming yourself, which is worse. No. We are Putujana. We are going into the Buddha Dhamma because rebirth cutting is there in Buddha Dhamma, not in any other traditions or any other religion. So that makes sense. But we should have experienced everything. Both the sensual, see, we need to experience all the three. Sensual realm, Rupa realm, form, or subtle form, or fine material form, whatever it is written in the books. Then immaterial, formless realms. You should experience all the three as a Putujana. You should be able to establish at will, even as a Putujana. I want to be in 7 jhana. Yes, like this, you are in 7 jhana. 8 jhana, like this. Then cut it. It's not worth it. That makes sense. Because there's rebirth. And every rebirth is a pain. That's why it is in Jati pi dukkha, Jara pi dukkha. That is where he starts. So then we come to the Buddha Dhamma, because the Four Noble Truths we'll understand and we'll see what can be done to cut it out. Yes, we will do it. But first let's go and see what is there. So let's do that. Let's not just brush it aside. Okay, this is nothing. No. And that sutta, which I just now opened up, is Putujana doing all of that. At least we should be Putujana. And what? He stays there for 500 eons. We have not even done anything even for 1,000 years. Yes, Bobby.
Yeah, see that sutta you shared, in that it's written like when this disciple of the Buddha stays there until it finishes the lifespan, and then he is extinguished from there. So,
Yes.
is that disciple is somebody who is also might be a Pudujana, or is
No,
he?
no, no. He's not a
I-
Putujana. He's not. That extinguishment, the Nibbana is in all the four, which I'm going to cover when we go to the Sekha.
No. What I mean is, he is extinguishing after he is living there and completing that lifespan
Yes,
there.
yes. Just like
But
Anagami. Just like
so
Anagami.
before he landed in that particular Brahma world, he is already a noble disciple.
Yes, absolutely.
So not a like like a Saddhanusari or Dhammanusari or anything.
No, no, no.
No.
We're going to go through that when we get into when we come to this in as a Sekha. I'll cover that up. There's another sutta, Bobby, if you're interested, 4.125. On the similar ground, but it gives a better perspective. 4 point, same one, 1, 2, 3, go to 1, 2, 4, next one, 1, 2, 5. Okay, all good then. So, Bobby, when I'm there, we will do the jhana also. I'm not going to leave you without that. No matter what you think.
Yeah, thank you, Vilasji.
Yeah,
I
sure.
wish so.
And then you should be able to do all the 8. From your eyes, I think if you leave the doubts aside, you will be able to do all the 8.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll follow your instructions.
No trying. I will kill you if you say I'm just trying. No trying. I don't care. So we both will sit in one secluded place and we'll do it together. Then the next time when I meet Aryu, I'm going to help him to do the same thing. Whether he comes here, I go there, it is secondary. But then whenever I meet him next, we're going to make him experience all the 8 jhanas and know for himself that he has reached there. Same thing with you, Bobby. I'm not going to leave that place without you achieving all the 8. Okay, so let's do it. So for now, don't worry about it. That whether if you know it, you don't know it, and all that, we'll do it. First, I have to cut a lot of your doubts, and then I have to bring you down, and then we'll do it. You already reached somewhere, so I need to bring you back. So you're already in Perth instead of Brisbane, so I have to bring you back. Okay, all right. So meet everyone on Monday with the next, that is Subhankina. So we'll go through Subhankina, how to achieve it. That is there in that sutta itself. But what happens to Subhankina? That I will explain to you as Subhankina. That's a very nice state to be in, to be honest, because you have a lot of gladness and a lot of sukha. You're ever happy while being a human. So then you can establish there at death. Okay. Good day and good night and good afternoon. Bye.